Political parties are supposed to do what they are supposed to do, and they are supposed to tell the people, the voters, who their candidates are.
People presume that the result are already written when it comes to local government elections.
Tomorrow, by the grace of God, Edo State is having local government elections, and we, from National Orientation Agency, as you know, is our mandate to sensitize the public on policy, activities, and programs of government. And you all know that tomorrow's election is Edo State and is one of the policies of government. We need to come out and make sure we vote. Please, Edo people, try and come out and vote for tomorrow. That is it. Thank you.
Okay, still talking about yesterday, I know the rally was around the metropolis. Where are the areas visited? In Benin City and maybe in other locations?
Yeah, first and foremost, just like you know, we have foot soldiers in all local government areas of Edo State.
Comos?
Comos, we call them Comos, Community Orientation and Mobilization Officers. And in each local government, we have as far as up to about 2-3 persons in each local government. And when we came out yesterday in Benin Metropolis, we came out to tell the people, to tell them that election is right, and that Edo State Independent Electoral Commission is coming out tomorrow to be an empire for the election. Please come out and vote. And that was our message. And apart from that, my brother, we went as far as Ring Road in Benin Metropolis, New Benin. We went to Forestry Road, Mission Road, Akpakpava. We just went all through Lagos Street, where we have different people, different staff talking about elections in different languages. We have Hausa, we have the Yorubas, and also we have the Ishans. And the people were aware, they were all very happy. But the question they were asking was restriction. And we told them there's restriction. You don't need to come out. What time is the restriction? 12 to 6 p.m. So that is what we told them, and they were happy seeing us out, coming out to let them know that tomorrow is an election and that they should come out, and that was the message we give to them.
Let me go to the Deputy Director of NOA this morning, just State Directorate, Mr. Ewosa. Mr. Ewosa, how significant are council elections? Because people will say, oh, it's another election and there's no big deal about local government election. Is it important?
Yeah. Good morning, listeners, again. I want to say this. This council election is even more important than the state and presidential election. To me, you ask why. The reason is very simple. The council election is where you vote your chairmanship and your councillorship. Your councillors and your chairman, they are easily accessible to you. They live within your locality. These are the people that you can move to their house with no stringent restrictions. And you can tell them this is what we are facing. And they'll listen to you. Your ability to see the governor or to see the president is not as easy as it is for you to see the chairman and the councillors. That is why this particular election is very important for everybody. And to me, it is even more important than the governorship and the presidency because you have access to these people and you talk one-on-one easily.
We've always emphasized that governance at the grassroots is very important. And you made a valid point. The access you have to your chairman, the access you have to your councillors is almost very free, and there's hardly any restriction when it comes to such proximity. And that's why the local government elections are very important. But people are always concerned when it comes to local government election. I wish SL can be here to also throw light. But in view of what you do, what are the group of people that can participate in this election? Can everybody just turn out? Because we have said, oh, everybody should come out. If I don't have my PVC, should I bother coming out? So who are the group of people we're expecting to participate in this election?
First and foremost, just yesterday, we told the public that if you have a PVC, yes, you can come out and vote. Go to the nearest polling unit where you register. Then you check your names. After accreditation, then you go and vote. And also, if you have PVC of, you remember the last time we did election, that was governorship.
Yeah.
Not that governorship election PVC will be used, and I heard that the Independent Electoral Commission INEC has already given the list, the material,
voter
register to Edo State INEC. You understand? And they are going to make use of that. So not coming, if you are registered today or yesterday, you can't vote. If you are registered last week, you can't vote.
If you're a new registrant.
If you are a new registrant, you can't vote because you don't have a voter's card yet. INEC have started doing registration online. And magnanimously, they've extended it to 25th of July. So what I still advise people is that if you have not voted, if you have not collected, or if you have not registered, please do so right now. Go and register so I can make use of it. And that if you are 17 years as at then you are now 18 years, you can go and register too. Please, it's very, very important. So it's not for every nooks and it's not for everybody. It's for only those with PVC. Come to your nearest polling station or your nearest polling units and vote. That is our message, please.
When you go out for this sensitization campaign, what are concerns people raise? Because I know Nigerians have a lot of concerns, especially with local government election. We've had a lot of conversation on this platform about this forthcoming July 11, 2026 local government election. As a matter of fact, about the election for tomorrow. And people always raise, it's local government election. One party will just write results. It always go in one way. Should that discourage people from participating?
No, that cannot discourage people. First and foremost, yes, that is their concern. People were saying their votes won't count. They won't go out at all to vote. And apart from that, they were talking about restriction. It's very businessmen. They all want to come out, and make sure that and put up their wares. You understand? But forgetting that election is tomorrow. So all those people were asking us yesterday, when is restriction time? Is there any restriction? If there's no restriction, we can come. Some said after voting by 2 o'clock, they are coming back to their stores or their shops. We said, no, you must stay indoors. You don't need to go out and start playing football. You understand? You go to the polling unit and make your vote and vote. And that was what we were telling them. And apart from that, we just told them that Edo State INEC is an empire. And they've told us they are very ready. Yes, they are very ready for the election. And they've told us they are ready for the election. And by the grace of God, they have promised us that everybody that voted, their votes this time must count. It has been counting. So come out, don't think otherwise, don't think negatively that my vote will not be counted. It will be counted. So that is it.
Okay, I will take a report from what we have yesterday and then see if we can get some of the sound. I will start with the National Orientation Agency, which in collaboration with ESSEC yesterday went around town to have this sensitization for members of the public. They said the campaign is aimed at encouraging members of the public to be patriotic, and I think that word is key, and turn out with their PVCs, the permanent voters card, to vote, and for candidates of their choices also. The State Directorate Director in Edo State urged eligible voters to participate peacefully. I think I'm being strategic and purposeful with those words. You now have coming out peacefully also to participate in that process. And you also said that participation is a proof of your patriotism, that you're a patriotic Nigerian. As a matter of fact, you went on to say voting remains a civic responsibility and an important part of the democratic governance. So let's go back to those keywords I've mentioned. Patriotism. You also have the peaceful turnout of voters. How strategic are these two, Mr. Osahon? Let me start with Mr. Osahon this time. Oh, Mr. Osahon,
yes.
Apologies.
Yes. How strategic are these words?
Those two words.
Patriotic and
peaceful.
Peaceful.
When it comes to election.
The words are very strategic. You ask why. When you are conducting an election, there should be peace. When there is chaos, when there is ballot box snatching, when there is fighting in a polling unit, you don't get the actual results. It does not tell well of electoral process. So these things, they are very strategic. That is why you saw that in that interview, my state director had to hammer it so that Nigerians, Edolites, should know exactly what is needed from them. You have to be patriotic. You have to be peaceful. Because if you are a patriotic citizen, you will not want to distort the process that is ongoing. A democratic process. Good governance is based on good democratic process, which is electoral process. This is the avenue which you select the best candidate, the best hand. When you are not patriotic, you bring in a lot of rascality, touting into the electoral process. You end up having the wrong people in power who haven't ascended power. We begin to victimize the citizens, and everybody begin to cry. So what we need to do, we all have to be patriotic, join hands together, and ensure that whoever wants to cause chaos, such people are sent away, not just by the security agents alone, but we should lend our voice to their activity to say, no, we don't want this at this time of our nation.
Okay. So you may want to add.
Yes, let me add to what Mr. Egosa said. The Edo State Independent National Electoral Commission has assured us of the protection of voters. And the security agencies too, they've lent their, to it. And by the grace of God, if you are coming out to vote, just be assured that you'll be protected. Nobody will see who you are going to vote for. And also at the polling units at various localities, there will be security. It's where security will be there, and as well as you will be protected. And apart from that, we want to start to reduce voters' apathy. There are some persons, if you are not patriotic, you don't go to vote. You understand? You don't exercise your civic responsibility. You don't go and make sure that somebody you want to govern you, you don't vote for him or her. That is the problem that we are all seeing right now. But if you are patriotic, if you go out and vote, then which means you have gone to exercise your civic responsibility. So please, that is well our message. We have to go out and make sure that we vote for whoever we feel that we do what we want them to do. Thank you.
Okay, no one should be compelled, no one should be coerced, and no one should be forced to select any candidates they are willing to vote for. Before we go to the phone line, but people are concerned. Most of these political parties are not active and are not really pushing their weight.
First and foremost, we've seen from the callers, majority, all of them have said the same thing. Political parties are supposed to print posters and the likes. There's their job. It's not our own job. Yeah. It's not ESEC's job. ESEC is to see those that are contesting, bring the names from their political parties to them. Then that's it. But if the political parties are not doing what they need to do, I don't know what will happen. It's not our fault. So the political parties are supposed to do what they are supposed to do. And they are supposed to tell the people, the voters, who their candidates are in each local government. If they are not doing it, we have about 12 political parties that are contesting. None, just like the callers have said, have come, that they have not even seen posters. But I remember when I was coming from home today, I saw some posters of EDO local government, in the local government. And then I say a big board too from another political party. There are many political parties anyway of a local government, because I passed through there to this studio. So what I want to advise is that maybe subsequent elections, we're going to let the parties know this, and we'll let INEC know. Please let your political parties campaign to the grassroots. Let those people know who and who is contesting. And if you don't tell us who is contesting, how will you vote for the person? Maybe the person might just be your neighbor or a friend or anything.
So are political parties part of the drivers of voters apathy? Because if they are not campaigning in the first place, where do you want people to select from? And where do you want them to choose from?
If you say so, I should say yes. Because they, first and foremost, they are supposed to campaign and let the people know who their candidates are. After that, then the people will now know who to vote for. But if you are not letting them know, how will they come out on that election day to vote? Do they know who and who they are voting for? And that is what we are trying to reduce. We are trying to eliminate it, voters' apathy. We want each and every one of them, all the voters, to come out and vote. If all voters comes out tomorrow to exercise their franchise, it will be okay. But the problem is what the callers have just said. Are the political parties ready? Yes, if they are ready, I don't need to say yes or no. Are they ready? If they are ready, they let them bring their names. But it's just too late by tomorrow.
Okay, let me go to Deputy Director. What do you think is the problem? When it comes to national election, when I say national election, presidential election, National Assembly, even governorship election, and then House of Assembly, you find a lot of activities. But when it comes to the local government, it's like this state of government, everything is quiet, docile, and everyone is sleeping. What's the problem?
Well, if you look at it clearly, I think the problem is the political parties, as has been observed, because they don't popularize their candidates. And I believe also that that is caused by the inability of the candidates to bring out enough money to popularize themselves through campaign. Yes, because when you say, a lot of them will cry, our vote don't count. For instance, you are going to go for an election tomorrow. You did not go for re-campaign to popularize yourself among the electorates. How would they know that it is you that is contesting under this particular platform to vote for you? People that would have loved to vote for you, people that admire you, and they don't even know that you are contesting. They will not have need to go out to go and vote. And then at the end, we say there's voters apathy, this. Maybe some of them will even accuse, NOA, you are not doing a lot to mobilize people when we are out there doing a lot. But the political parties too, they are frustrating the effort of some of us, like National Orientation Agency, doing a lot to sensitize people. Because yesterday, I remember, this same complaint came out from many that, but we don't know the candidates that we are voting for. We don't know we are not seeing their campaign. You understand it? And we, National Orientation Agency, it's not our duty to begin to be telling you.
You don't campaign for candidates.
No, we don't campaign for candidates. We tell you, we mobilize you, go and vote. So it is the political parties that will popularize their candidates among the electorates.
Or is it because, like some weeks ago, we had a conversation on this platform, and then we reached out to the ruling party in Edo State, to the publicity secretary, Barrister Peter Woghiren as of that time, and so we'll be participating. We reached out to the PDP, and the PDP said, well, we are not sure if we'll participate. And we reached out to the NDC, they say, well, we are not sure if we are participating. So, and then most of these concerns are always caused by people presume that the results are already written when it comes to local government election. And because of that, why waste my hard-earned money to campaign when people will not, the vote might not count? That is the assumption, and most political parties have. But I had to mention it because we asked SEC yesterday, how many parties are participating? And they said 12. So if there are 12 parties participating in this local government election, that is just less than 24 hours. And people say we don't even know who the candidates are. Where do we go from here?
You know, the problem is, to me, what I observe, the candidate, when you talk of governorship, you talk of presidential election. You see, most times when they are going to shop for candidates, I have to be frank with you, because we are all Nigerians. They look for those that have the cash.
Big spenders.
Yes.
The funds, yeah.
The cash. That's what the political parties look for to promote as their candidate. And when you talk of this local government election, Maybe the people coming out, when they are telling you we are not sure, maybe they've not been able to get the money bags that will come out to say, I want to contest as local government election, to say, okay, this is the money I've budgeted for campaign and the rest things. You understand it? So this should be, I believe, on my own now, this should be the problem that is making local government election not to be well popularized.
What do you think other stakeholders can do, Barrister? What can other stakeholders do? You've seen it, you've heard the complaints of people, and it seems everybody is saying the same thing. Virtually, tomorrow is election. We don't even know those who are participating. When people don't know those who are participating, your guess is as good as mine. Anybody that in quote has the slightest visibility might just take it. What do you think the stakeholders should do as a solution? We don't like to just lament, and we say let's provide solutions to it. You've seen the situations we have on our hand. What can we do going forward?
First and foremost, the political parties are stakeholders. What they need to do is to go out and sensitize their people and make sure that they come out and vote tomorrow. If you look at what happened, most of the callers are complaining that they don't know their candidates. I think it's the fault of the political party, which we all know. They should come, just like Egosa have said, when you are bringing out a candidate in a political party, you let the whole world know who you are bringing out. Not coming out now, bring out a councillor, and the councillor is not known in his ward. Look at most of the callers just now. They say they don't even know the names of their councillors that are contesting tomorrow.
And we have 192 councillors,
yes.
Seats.
And apart from that, we have 18 local government chairmen. So we, the stakeholders, are not really happy with what is going on. But we've heard from the callers. What we need to do is we'll come to a round table, let them know, both Edo State Independent Electoral Commission and the Independent Electoral Commission, they are hearing. Maybe when next they are doing any stakeholders meeting, engagement, they will let the political party know of this. Please let your candidate campaign for themselves. Let them come out so that the people, the voters, will know who and who they are voting for, who and who is contesting. So that is what we will see in that.
Thank you very much for everyone who has called in this morning and who have joined us in the course of this program. Wonderful discussion. The election in Edo State, local government election in Edo State is 24 hours shy. Just tomorrow, we'll be having the election. Don't forget the things you have heard on this platform this morning. There will be restriction of movement.
That's the most important.
12 He says the most important.
Yes.
Well, it's not. Perhaps the most important is that you
so,
should come out
yeah.
and exercise your franchise, because as a
Just
Nigerian
let others know.
and a patriotic Nigerians, you are supposed to come out and exercise your franchise. Also, to the political parties, the takeaway: you must do more. You've not done enough. From the callers' feedback this morning and from what NOA has also said, you've not done much when it comes to this local government election. And whatever the results we have, no one should complain, because it shows that the stakeholders, the critical ones, and I will say political parties, because they are the ones that contest, much has not been done in that regard. We are hopeful we have a peaceful election. We are hopeful Nigerians, Edolites, will come out en masse and participate in this process and exercise their franchise without intimidation, without any form of chaos. That is the message.
Yeah, that's one of our mandates, you understand? And all the local government areas visited, they've been doing the same thing. They've been going to markets, they've been meeting with traditional rulers, they've been meeting with artisans. All these are part of the stakeholders involved in the election. And these people, when they are being talked to, they cascade it to their subjects. That's the traditional rulers, even religious leaders. Some of our people went to churches, on Sunday. They try and tell the people, this is an election that involves we all. Please let us try and come out and exercise our civic responsibility.
Okay.